What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are going to be jumping into Murderworld. Now, this is going to take place over 5 individual one-shots. This one is Murderworld Avengers, a story written by Jim Zub and Ray Fox. The artist is Jethro Morales. The color artist is Matt Milla. And this is jumping us right into it. Feeling very Hunger Games, very Battle Royale, if anybody ever watched that one. Hundreds of people are killed every year in Murderworld. The mastermind behind it being Arcade. It is never at the same place, it is never at the same location. It has always remained hidden until now. We are going to be introduced to an individual by the name of Paul Pasture, a documentarian that is trying to track down Murderworld. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up with Paul Pasture. He started doing streaming when he was 13 years old. It started with unboxing videos. Slowly, he started to pick up more and more followers. He got a little bit famous, and that is when he got serious. Eventually, the kid was making more money than he knew what to do with. So much that he was able to pay off his parents' home, even buy his own. Donating a lot of his earnings to charity, dogs and cat shelters, refugee relief, all of that good stuff. This only made him more famous. After a couple of years, he started digging into weird footage, urban legends, all of this stuff, trying to debunk it, trying to see if it's real or if it's just fake. That is what brings him to Murderworld. While much of it has just been urban legend, it has just been theories. He has found Murderworld, but this isn't the current one. This is one where at least they had the event taking place. Looking very run down, looking very beat up. It's probably been at least a year, maybe even more, since Murderworld took place at this venue. Going into detail about Murderworld, the winner walking away with $100 million and a new life. What he wants to do is find this place, but he knows that this is all true because of what happened to him today. Today being his 18th birthday. This is when 2 individuals in suits, they show up with a present for him. When he opens up the box, it is a message from Arcade, saying that he is a big fan of the channel that Paul has. He wants to extend an offer, an opportunity to come to Murderworld, that the 2 of them together, they could make a documentary, saying that he will call him with all the instructions. Of course, he took him up on the offer. Getting to the runway, the plane's taking off into the air. Before he arrived, with his live stream going up, letting everybody know what is going on, what is happening. He has had movie producers, people from all over the industry, offering him millions and millions of dollars for the opportunity to get the footage that he is about to do. As he sits here and he records on his devices, they seem to all go out. Phones, GoPros, all of it. Believing that this is more than likely just part of it. They don't want people recording as they get there, knowing where it is, so on and so forth. But he believes that when he lands and he talks to Arcade, that they'll be able to sort it out and they'll make an exception at least for him. As they all arrive, they get ushered into a hangar. This is where we have a projection to all of the people. Arcade is welcoming them all here. Getting down to business, there are 200 of them. By the end of this contest, there will only be 1 left alive. 1 winner. The game will take as long as it takes, and the only rules are the ones that Arcade makes up. Straight ahead of them, there are 50 survival bags, weapons, food, shelter, everything that you might need to have that extra edge. With there being 200 contestants, it is a mad dash for the bags. As everyone goes and they grab their bags, we are quickly learning that there are actually 100 survival bags. 50 of them are laced with explosives that when someone opens it up, it goes boom. So this means out of the 100 bags, there is roughly a 50-50 chance that you are getting a bag with the supplies that you actually need. In all of the chaos, this is where we see young Paul. He is freaking out because he was invited here to do a documentary. He is very slowly learning that he is not here for a documentary. He is a contestant. Arcade has set him up. At this point, he has to wonder, is he going to die? Arcade letting everybody know that the gates are going to open up for 60 seconds, that you have 1 minute to get out of this place. The doors will close and everybody still in the hangar is going to die. And so Paul runs. He runs with everything he has and he barely makes it. Out of the 200, 166 remain. This is where they are faced with an obstacle course. All they have to do is cross the course and get through the doors on the other side. And while they start to skip through, they really do believe that this is going to be easy until one guy gets straight decapitated. His head cut clean off. And it came from the shield of Captain America. That is where the Avengers show up on scene. Except these Avengers aren't here to save them. They are here to demolish them. With Arcade creating these more or less Avenger machines. Robotic versions of our Avengers out here laying down the hate on all the contestants. With Arcade saying that he wants Captain America going after Paul. That is where we see Cap trying to chase him down. Paul doing everything he can to stay alive, trying to run from him, but he is unable to outrun this monster. People getting killed left and right. Thor smiting people down with electricity as Cap is about to come down with his shield on young Paul. This is where we see his mutant power activate for the very first time. A giant blast of energy and Captain America is disintegrated right before his very eyes. He is just now for the first time recognizing that he is a mutant. His X gene had kicked in. Now he realizes that he has a fighting chance in this battle, going to the other Avengers and wiping them away with a huge blast of energy. Just like that, they are all toast. And Arcade, he is livid. As he walks into the room, everyone congratulating him, everyone saying that that was super awesome, everybody wanting to be on his side because he may be a prime candidate for helping them get through the game. The perfect individual to team up with. He firmly believed that maybe he could win this game. That, of course, is until a bullet goes right through his freaking brain. Arcade letting it be known that this is a game for human beings. No special advantages, no mutants. They assassinated Paul right then, right there on the spot. 110 contestants are left remaining. A young woman coming over. She seems a little bit upset. The truth is, this kid was set up. Everybody else knew exactly why they were there. But this kid, he had no idea what was going to happen. One by one, all the contestants, they begin to move onto level 2. Paul's body left dying, blood strewn everywhere. That is where this issue will end. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely a fun issue. Getting to experience Murderworld. Coming off very much like Squid Games, like Hunger Games, like any of those where they throw a bunch of contestants and make them all kill each other. Personally, my personal favorite, it's definitely gotta be Battle Royale. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend that you do. It's a movie that was made in 2000. It's a Japanese action thriller film. You know, this one obviously having the twist of having Avengers show up and just completely obliterate people. But it is promising, it does look a lot of fun. It's nice to see Arcade out here still doing what Arcade does. But it looks like Black Widow is on his trail, which means she is inevitably going to catch up with him. And I am very interested to see that confrontation. There is one thing that we see, and it is that leapfrog. He is in this game. They only showed him for a brief moment, but he's going to be playing a relatively intricate role as this story moves forward. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to check out the other videos that we have covering a whole slew of comics from DC to indie, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on every single playlist that we have out. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do any of this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.